Okay guys, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So my bike has came, as you guys probably already know. Sorry about that. I do not have a stand or whatever that I'm gonna be working on this on, so I'm just gonna kind of do this, I guess, bent over a little bit. So you guys just bear with me on this. I do have a manual right here, but I'm gonna do this without the manual, at least most of it, because I already watched enough videos on YouTube to see how this works out. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it together. So a couple things before I start. I do not have grease for my pedal threads, and I do not have air for my to pump up my tires. So I kind of forgot to stop off at Walmart on the way home and get that, so we're gonna just do it without it. But I'm not gonna be riding it anyway, so I'll get that stuff tomorrow. But for right now, we're just gonna put everything together, and I'm gonna show y'all how it goes. So I already started taking everything out the box, and I must say, in person it looks good, although I'll show y'all real quick. I just noticed a blemish on my bike seat, and that's not cool at all. So I don't know what it is, but right there is some kind of blemish on my bike seat. And I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to see what that is, guys. It almost looks like it's blood. I hope it is not blood, but I'm gonna, okay. It's a nice soft seat. It's definitely softer than my last bike, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but that's not cool. Anyways, like they showed me in the videos, you put the seat on first, you put the handlebars on first, and then you're gonna turn it upside down, and then you start working on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'll kind of adjust my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing, because I don't have it on my pad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start this now. I'm just gonna place my seat on it just so we can start working on the bike like that. And then I need to take these bolts off so I can put on the handlebars, tighten those up a little bit, and then I'm gonna flip it upside down, and then we're gonna go ahead and start putting everything together. So this is the tool that it came with. 2 Allen keys, and then this little wrench type thing. It's stuck together, so it seems as if you keep this together. Although I have tools upstairs, but we're gonna go ahead and work with this. I think this gives me leverage to do this when it comes to putting on my my pedals. So let me go ahead and take off these screws, and then I'm gonna place my handlebars on, and then we'll go from there. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I already started loosening up these bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers, and I will go ahead and take these off. This was a nice little surprise to come home and see that my bike is finally here, even though I ordered it a while ago. So anyways, well, you know how that saying goes, better late than never, right? So with that being said, okay, so now that that's off, I'm going to go ahead and set this down, and I will go on ahead and put this on my bike. Okay, these are the handlebars, nice big handlebars, and I do apologize about the noise, guys. I'm doing this downstairs. I was expecting to do it upstairs, but I'm doing it downstairs. My housemates were very nice enough to help me unbox my bike, so I'm just going to do it down here. And so, let's see. And how we're doing that is, I'm just going to place it like this. Now, this is my first time building a bike, so right, just like that. And I'm going to make sure that it's not crooked. The main thing when it comes to screwing things on, y'all, is making sure that things are going on straight. You do not want to be screwing anything on crooked, because you risk the chance of stripping bolts or stripping your screws, and that would be awful. So I am pretty careful when it comes to this. I've done a lot of work on my skateboard, so I know how to, do things without messing it up. So I went ahead and got that set. I'm just going to carefully turn it up. And again, we're not doing it, we're not setting this for the final ride. We're just setting this just to, basically when you don't have a stand, you do this just so you can start working on it. And that's the little cheat that you can do. Also, making sure that when you're using these Allen keys wrenches, you got to make sure that you're not stripping, so get them in there the right way. And I do not have my glasses on, so I can't really see comfortably, but I'm trying to make sure there it is. I'm trying to make sure I get the tool in there that's fitted right. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn this bike upside down. I have my exercising pad on here that I'm going to be using to do my workout. Alright, so here we go. And yeah. I think, let me see. I'm trying to see if I need to adjust my, where am I on? Oh, I am on this small. I thought I was on the closer up one. Okay, so now that I got it upside down, let's start getting all the zip ties off, and we're going to start putting everything together, y'all. It's going to be interesting and fun. Alright. I think it came with some extras too, so that's kind of cool. My bike seat is kind of loose, and that's why that kind of went down. But it's no biggie.
Cà sữa, rồi lòng, hợp lòng á, rồi xôi. Ta nói đem đi 130 mà bán hết 130.
Lime green was the color scheme of this bike.
Đấy.
Hey. I'm just going to be careful not to scratch up the paint job. So I'm not trying to go really slow. I'm just trying to be careful. Nice polish. Nicely polished. Okay.
Đi sợ quá, vậy nó ngoài đi không được ăn á, đi lên không được ăn tức còn nắng quá. Nói đi mua đồ mà về chỗ mình ngồi vẫn không về được nữa. Thôi, nằm đi con cạo một cái người nghe từ sáng chợ đi đừng đồng thêm tha. Mua ăn đạn nó nê rồi bắt đầu vừa nghe nhạc rồi bắt đầu họ bị vô đó. Mình thì nó rồi.
Now, being that this is my first time, I'm being careful when it comes to taking stuff off. I just don't. I don't know enough to not do that. So that's what I do, y'all. Alright, so I got all that off, and I'm gonna get this well. The chain is nice and secure.
Mới tí nó ngoại đỏ mới không được, đỏ mới 5.000 năm là không thành nhau.
I didn't notice all this paper that's wrapping on it on the videos. So I guess every place is different where they get their bikes from. The bike place I was watching, or the videos I was watching, was Ri'LL Supply, and I got this from Stack BMX. So that's the deal with this bike. And so they really do, I guess they do a good job with protecting everything, making sure everything is in good condition. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to start putting on the wheels because the handlebars are already on, the seat's on. So let's put the wheels on. Let's see, do I need to put the wheels on first? Or should I put on, you know what? I'm going to put on the pedals first, guys. There's not much to put on this bike, so it's pretty, straightforward to drive. But like I said, I think there's some extras that came with brakes and stuff like that. So that's cool. I don't really know what they're for, but I'll find out. It's not a big deal. So the one thing that you guys want to know about, you guys got to make sure about these pedals is they're labeled, okay? That red says R for right, followed by the green, blue, or L for yellow, or for left, excuse me. So this is the right side, this is the left side. So I'm going to put on this right side pedal on this side. No, my bad, on this side. And then the left pedal is going to go on this side. So I'm going to go ahead. Now normally they say you're going to put some grease, park tool grease, but I'm getting grease on those threads and do it like that, okay? So let's go on ahead and put the left pedal on. And okay, so how they say to put these pedals on is, if I can remember correctly, because you don't want to strip this. You don't want to strip it. So it's, if I remember correctly, this way for the left. Do it a little slow, just so you know you're doing it right. But if it's the left side, you're going to go backwards. If it's the right side, you're going to go forward. So I have the left pedal, and I'm slowly just going backwards, and it is working. So I want to do that. Okay. I got that going on. So it's boom. Okay, so it stopped. I'm going to be chill with that. I'm going to take the right one, and I'm going to go this way with it. So this is the right pedal, it's going to be on this side of the bike, and I'm going to go forward. So it's in there, make sure it's straight, and you're just going to go, you're going to rotate that pedal forward, making sure that it's not wobbling and it's not at an angle, because you want your threads to line up and catch. Okay, sorry about that. And let me see. It's not catching. So they both are going backwards. And that's how it's working. Now, if I have forgotten any steps, then I'll let y'all know. But so far, it seems like I am doing this correctly.
Ông gọi em thuê nhà giùm cho con bồ ông và du học sinh ở gia hàng.
Okay.
Em kêu ôi cha ôi cha. Phải chứ mà được sớm.
I'm gonna go ahead and chill with that guys real quick because
kêu nữa đó.
while this one is flush, this one isn't. And I don't know why. I did this backwards, and I'm doing this one same backwards. And it seems like there's a little bit sticking out on here. So we're gonna come back to that. There's some more areas over here. So again, I told you I ain't never done this. All right, so I got those in. And then for the tires, these forks, they have these in here. And this is basically so they don't get bent while they're coming in the mail. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. And so in order to do that, you're gonna use this and making sure that you have the right size on it. Oh, nope, it's neither one of those. That's interesting. So they don't have the right size for that. So that means I'm gonna have to go upstairs and grab my tool and get the right one. So that's interesting. I've never seen this tool before be used. So I've seen different ones, but not this one. So nothing fits these. So let me go upstairs. I'm gonna grab my tools, and then we'll get these taken off, and then we will continue. So I'll be right back. That's kind of weird. They have the proper tools for that. All right, guys, I'm back. This is my skateboard tool. I've had this for years, and this works great. So it actually has all of those adjustments on it. Even comes with I don't have that anymore, I don't think. And anybody that knows what that is, this is a axle re-threader. So for skateboarders that, for trucks that get those pieces right there grinded off, this is what's good for it. I think this is a reflex. Anyway, so this right here is what I'm going to use, and it's going to take that off just like that.
Tàu mà nó làm nó gửi sai bên này là biết.
Đi làm rồi về phòng làm thì nợ kiểm trên tiền
không biết nó làm
just like that.
Không? Nó phải làm giỏi ra.
I'll keep that down there. Now we're going to put on the front tire. And you always know what the front tire is because it's the one that does not have, the disc on the back. So I do not believe it goes in any specific kind of orientation, but I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up, and we're going to figure this out. So it has these washers and everything on it, so I got to figure out exactly, I believe it goes like this. So we're going to put this on, bring that out on both sides, enough to where it fits on here. I'm going to look at the manual to see exactly if these need to go in front or the back, just to be sure, guys. And then we're going to place that in there like that. So give me 1 second. As you see, this comes with a Mafia manual. So you can always check the manual if you need any other, just to be sure, because you don't want to be putting your bike together and it just get messed up. You don't want to be an idiot doing this. So if you're a first timer, make sure that you check this out. You know what I mean? So we'll go ahead and do it that way.
Hỏi em mình đi qua được không?
Đi anh kêu đi.
Oh, sure.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, let's see. Whew. Wheels, front wheel, secondary retention device. So as I'm looking at this manual, because some of this wasn't in the video, so that's why I'm looking at the manual, guys, to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. And I just, because I haven't, like I said, I have never put a bike together. Normally I buy bikes already assembled. This is not that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Welcome back, guys. My neighbors were, or my roommates were very, very good. Okay, so carefully, because that they did not give me the right. They didn't give me the right tool for this. We're gonna go. It's gonna be this one. Nope, it's not gonna be that one. It will definitely be this. Matter of fact, my mistake. I didn't look at it good enough. Okay, so I just didn't have it placed right. So actually, guys, sorry about that. My housemates were very kind, and they respected that I'm doing my video. So they're going out for a little bit. It looks like, so that way I can do the video without being disturbed. So that was real nice of them to do that. They're Vietnamese, as you guys probably can tell by the different you know, the accents that were happening a moment ago on the video. So I was actually planning on doing this in my room, guys. I wasn't planning on doing it downstairs. So that was a little bit of a surprise to me when it came to doing this video. But the older man, he was trying to help me out with putting my bike together. So, you know, I wasn't stressing. So, okay. I'm gonna kind of chill on that right now, guys. So that's on there. And I'm gonna say, guys, this wheel looks so nice. Like, it looks really good in person. Wow, it does. It looks really nice. This is it's definitely a wider tire than my mountain bike. So yeah. So I got the front tire on, or the front wheel on, and it's secure enough. Like they do in the videos, I'll go back later and you know, tighten up everything. Let me see if I can adjust my camera, guys, so I can get a better angle of my video, mainly so I don't have to bend over. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this in this chair, and I want to see if I can get I want to get it higher. Okay, much better. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this. I do apologize again, guys. I wasn't expecting. Actually, I didn't know what I was to expect. So we're going to get it done. Okay. So let's see how that works out. All right. I just hope that's good. All right. First try. All right, so we got the front wheel on, and I still have a little bit of padding on here, so we're gonna go ahead and take that off, and then we're gonna get to putting on the wheel, the back wheel, and then we're basically done. I really just wanted to do like the majority of this video as far as you know, just showing you guys how to put this on, doing the basics. I don't, because I'm already at, anyways, I don't think it's necessary for me to do like all the touch-ups and the fine details and stuff like that. Not right now anyways. So I'm just doing the main stuff, and then any other extras you guys can, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, I believe. So nice. But everything is really cool right now. So one thing I see on this bike, there's a lot of like, and I didn't know this, and they didn't mention these things in the video, but this bike has a lot of this like obvious information. So you always know, like for your cranks, like it tells you like, you know, the sizes and stuff like that of everything. Like it's so detailed. Like I've not seen this before, so it's very cool. And I didn't mention that these are plastic pedals, which apparently are better pedals than metal because they are more safer. They're more safer, you know, as far as hitting your shins and all that. I believe I know what that is, but we can wait on that. Okay, so now I just have to take this piece off of the back, and I don't know how it's on here, so I'm gonna figure it out. It looks like it's plastic, but I do not know. It seems like it is. Let me look at the manual real quick, y'all, because I don't want to break nothing. And let me see how it talks about the wheel. Removing bolt, installing the front. All right, removing the bolt, the rear wheel. Okay. Let me see where this stuff is. Open and close. Okay, so that goes in there. Let me see. I'm looking to see, okay, that looks like it's the front. So that actually goes here. So I made a mistake, y'all. So the mistake I made is, I can't really show y'all right now because I gotta adjust my camera, but this front wheel, this little deal, which I don't know what it's called, it doesn't go on the dropout, it goes in here. So I'm going to replace that, okay? So I learned something, and I haven't seen that before, but it's good that I did because I was like, well, why is this thing moving when I tighten it? So I'm just gonna loosen it up, and I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about in a minute. Okay, so we just gotta loosen it up a little bit, and I'm gonna pull this off, but these things right here, they go in between that. So I'm gonna redo this. We're gonna take it off, and you're gonna put those, careful that you do not mess up anything. So I'm gonna make sure that if they are, it's out enough, because it's gotta fit. Okay, gotta fit in there comfortably. Okay, and then it does. If it's in there right, if you do it the right way, it just fits. And then you kind of place it with your thumb or your finger so it stays in place, and then kind of set it, you know, tighten it up a little bit, and then you do the same thing with the other one. Tighten that up, and yeah. I'm gonna make sure it's as straight as possible in there, like it shows on the on here. You see what I'm saying? So that goes right there. All right. So I'm gonna make sure that I tighten that up nice and tight, snug. All right. I will do the same thing on this side. Now I'm using the tools that came with this mostly. If you have your own tools, guys, it's fine. But I'm using the ones that they came with because these are better than what I have. I don't really have like a wrench like this, so it's just fine. All right, so I have everything where they're supposed to go. All right, we're gonna get back. We're gonna go back to this to the rear wheel, and we're just about done. And so with the rear wheel, let me see what it says. Removing the bolt on the rear wheel. They don't have that same thing as the front, but with the correctly sized socket box, open, adjust, pull the wheel straight up, removing the bolt on the rear wheel handbrake. Click with an integrated chain tensor, loosen a correctly sized sprocket. Okay, well, it's not showing me how to take this off. I hope it's just pulling it out, you guys. I've never seen this before. I just don't know. Okay, it looks like you can just pull, it just comes off. It's just kind of snug in there for whatever reason. But it looks like you could just, okay, whew. It just comes off like that. Good to know. All right, so now we're gonna put this rear tire on. So it's gonna go this way. It just makes sense to go this way. So let me see if I know how to do this. So I believe you put it on first. Let me see. The dropout. So you're gonna first loosen up these bolts. It does have a washer. It has washers on either side. I'm gonna loosen these up real good. Now let me read and see what it says about these washers on that one. Okay. Move the correctly sized. Okay. Push the wheel forward to slacken the chain and remove the chain from the chain ring and wheel sprocket. Then pull the wheel out of the frame. Removing the installing the U-bolt wheel handbrake. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. First of all, I keep forgetting I'm on the other side, so it's gonna go on this side. So I believe I am going to set this first. And again, guys, if you guys haven't already heard or known, this is my first time doing this. So anything that, okay, so I think what I need to do is I'm going to put it around this first, and then I'm going to put it, okay, so over my pedals, I'm going to put it on like that, right? Let me see. Oh wait, maybe that doesn't make sense. Wait, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Yeah, I do anything wrong? Or am I just a moron? I could very well just be a moron. We're definitely not putting that out of the equation because this chain has to go That is so weird. How is that weird? I mean, it's weird. Okay, installing the pre-pressed. Removing the bolts. All right, give me a second, guys. Okay, the front wheel, removing the U-bolt rear disc brake gears with the correct set tool. Open and adjust the wrench, pull the wheel straight out to drop out. Hubs and bearings, spokes, installing the bolt on rear wheel brake, installing your bolt on rear wheel disc brake, pedals, headset, tires and tubes. Woo! Chain adjustment when performing. Whoa. So guys, I'm in a stumper. I am stumped because I do not know how to put this wheel on. This wheel should go on like this, I guess. So I'm gonna raise it up. Right? Okay, maybe not. I guess not. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Does this make sense? I'm putting the washers on the outside. I'm setting it. Now I'm trying to figure out, because obviously the chain's not even on. Okay, so obviously that's not it doesn't go that way. So it has to go on this way. But I just don't get how it's gonna do that with this here. That's gonna be on this side. And this is going to be on this side. So guys, what I'm going to need to do, because I am in a stump, I'm going to need to make this into a two-part video. I'm going to look at the installation of this bike so I can do this the right way, because this is not working out right now and I don't know how to get it done. So forgive me guys, but let me go ahead and check out the video so I can see how to put this together and then get back to y'all.